Hello everyone, this is your, I guess, mysterious techno demon again. Oh god, I need help on the freaking names somehow. I swear to god, if you guys want to help me on the names, please drop the comments for better names. Not stupid names. Okay, maybe a little bit stupid funny names, just in case. But anyways, this is Marvel's Adventures again. Because I know I streamed this game on Twitch. Full game on Twitch, I think. I did. So far. But anyways, the last time I was playing this game, I did play the new update of Marvel's Avengers Operation Taking Aim. Quote, the word taking aim with full capitals with A, apostrophe A, no, A-I-M, 2 dots. Because the whole point of this story of the Taking Aim mission, which follows the Avengers are doing all the whole taking down aim, you know, the big drill. Monica just took over the fucking place. She just wants to be the new big bad, since MODOK has been put down and put to prison for hot temporary stuff. Because we know how MODOK is one of the insanable, smartest bastards in the known universe in the planet, since he's like what, one of the top 7s or 8 or 12s, which I highly doubt there's more people that are more than 7 people who are the smartest. Even though Kamala Khan is one of the top 7 people in this goddamn planet. Also Bruce Banner and Tony Stark. But also, since the whole game is here, since we had Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Thor, and the big awesome part about this, Kate Bishop, aka Hawkeye, who is now finally a fully member of the damn team, which she is fully proud and badass with it. And I love Kate Bishop on this game. She is still the trickiest archeress in this game to handle sometimes, because to be told, she has tachyon technology on her side, which is half the technology's been stolen by AIM, and also AIM stole it from Tony Stark's technology. So you know the drill how AIM works. You see Stark tech, you steal it, you use it, customize it as your own property, but at the same time you cannot, because Tony Stark knows his best, saying like, what the hell, you stole my tech, as always. Because I swear to god, Tony, it's really sad that you leave an arc reactor or anything around the floor, so people will say like, oh look, free Stark tech, let me go grab it and use it as my own technology, for godforsaken Christ. But anyways, Kate Bishop, I love her. I just really love her. Because right now, the new update's like, still downloading. But anyways, let's go take a hot view. Now, here's the trick to this. The whole thing of completing reassemble campaign says the only percent I got so far was 86% complete. Which I find is so funny and odd, because the only things that makes it reassemble complete, if all the DLC characters were assembled as one, because we only got Kate Bishop now, and yes, Clint Barton, the original Hawkeye, the old school OG, is also back in action, which is the funny story about him. He was also been on a mission with Nick Fury's little shenanigans, bull shenanigans as always, since you know Nick Fury, he loves to pick people who knows he can trust best and knows how to get the job done. And I find it funny. So, Nick Fury's still alive, and he, yes, as always with Fury does, he disappears, and then he is alive, kept prison, since him and Clint Barton were supposed to be kept prison, and trying to convince Monica to, I don't know, have an alliance with AIM and S.H.I.E.L.D. because apparently Monica has some big plans to stop the apocalypse, which I still have that feeling shit's gonna go down, because the last shit I saw, while Clint went back in time, or from the future, yes, it did involve time traveling quantum stuff. Since Hank mentioned it, it will fucked up everything. which he did warn Kate about it and everyone else, since the old thing says nobody listens to Hank unless there's real shit involved, which it was. So Hank was right on that point about the whole cosmic time traveling thing, since it was never supposed to be fucked around with, again as always. I swear, it's like Hank just keeps his scores of checking, like how many times that people don't listen, or how many times people do listen, or a bit of both. So, enough said. They did the mission, took down Ames' little stupid time traveling thing, which Kate sort of surprisingly saw the whole end of the world time shit, which I cannot spoil everything, cause that will be next time on the next DLCs will come up, cause we never know who will be the next DLC pack character in this story. Since yes, this game is going to be a fully story to the campaign of the storyline. And no, Marvel Spider-Man and the Avengers are not connected. Just because the Avengers Towers is right there on the freaking city, right in New York City's lovely home as always, where all the chaos and crisis is going on, it does not connect. But who knows? Since Miles Morales got his own freaking game, it was a good game. Good story and everything else. A little twisted turn to it, and also learn of trust and issues and pretty much obsesses of secret events. But then again, that little twisted turn to the play table of having two best friends having two secrets, because it's obvious it's not the first time that I had two best friends argue each other since we had secret identities. But since Simon Krieger, head and CEO of the freaking Roxxons, since apparently Roxxons is one of those people that are not really that good with whole organizations and everything corporate. So it likes to say it's like a little junior version of Oscorp without the whole fucked up experiments, secrets, stolen ideas of everyone that people fix or just put together for Osborn. But then again, Osborn did make his own tech somehow, because during the first game of Marvel Spider-Man, you see a secret, pretty much hidden places, that secret Easter eggs right there. Like say the goblin masks are still resembling right there, and the helmet that you put on that when you're looking for something around the room, that's part of Osborn's new gameplay of whole endgame, what he's going to do. Because not only the helmet was there, but also the blueprints, and also you walk in the room, you see combat grenades, which I had that feeling hints right there, that's the pumpkin bombs that soon will be right there in the sequel of the Spider-Man sequel. Since yes, Marvel Spider-Man's Miles Morales was part of the whole story, but it did feel like a DLC, but at the same time it was a full game. We do wish it was like added more, like say fuck it, put some DLCs in there. Who cares, you might run into Screwball or freaking other people. Hell, I don't even care if you put Shocker back in action, because Shocker, he's just there fighting, kicking action like a beat up game. But then again, people around the whole city, like the undergrounds, they were talking about the whole who will win, Shocker or Mr. Negative, and they have mentioned other people from the whole series, since half of the people were put it back in the raft and everything else. But then again, big surprise as well, even though the people were trying to steal the tech or rob the places, they also work for a Kingpin, who just sits on his fat ass on a 5-star rate cell room, all clean and classy, probably has a chandelier, a piano, and all drinks and everything, food for him, like a nice little boy he is. But at the same time, it's like, had a feeling that, yeah, Kingpin is not gonna just rest, because of course he's still gonna take over while he's in jail. Because obvious, this is not the first time he does this shit while he's behind bars, or just has a fucked up situation. At least he didn't have a son. At least he didn't have his son take it over and everything else. Otherwise, his family would be right there. hidden to reveal and say like, oh, it was pretty obvious it was a Kingpin, because when I went into the room, the obvious code password was called Vanessa, because the only thing he knows the password, or knows Vanessa, because obvious, I guess he had a late wife named Vanessa or something. I don't know. Kingpin has an interesting story, background, origin. Even though he got his ass kicked by the Daredevil, which had that feeling he was the first guy who went hand to hand with the big man himself. But the funny part about this, he did mention that others will be put in place. Because I had the feeling that Kingpin is not the only one that's going to be breaking out and coming back to the second game of Marvel Spider-Man 2. Because I had a feeling Tombstone, he's going to be coming back. He wants a rematch. Because he did say himself, by his own words, as Lonnie was saying, rematch. Can't wait for the rematch or anything. And scary that it is, he did like him. So he was more fun to play around with, the little fighting gigs. Which I also find it scary. But also, even though that Hammerhead was been put down in place and pretty much taken out, but still alive, not dead. You know, I find it scary and crazy how Hammerhead got himself into a little Siberian tech from Sables, because pretty much it's pretty scary that how Hammerhead planned all this crap all the time. He did all this and pretty much he did plan all this crap, because knowing Black Cat, she is a curiosity cat, but she may be smart, but not that smart to be outmatching the whole man behind the fucking playing cards. Because knowing Hammerfist, he knows how to play the cards right, and he knows how to get it to people's skin. Literally. So after the whole playing people's emotions and getting under their skin and everything, not only Hammerhead was been put down and somewhat, I guess, remove his robotic body and just put him back into his jar, or pretty soon he might get a robotic body, but not like enhanced wise, more like a simple cyborg humanoid wise or something. I don't know how they're gonna put it for him, but I find it confusing why he just did that. It is scary and just say like you're just wow. Because the last time I fought Hammerhead, it was during the whole Spider-Man Shadow Dimension, when he was like straight up a real gangster from the old narrow dimension timeline, like the 19-something time version, and just went straight badass. Even though it kind of scared me when he grabbed the stone and turned himself into a walking ass bulldozer. Literally, like he just had an arm cannon and a ARD machine gun, which I find it cool but scary. But who knows? We never know that who will come back in the second game of Marvel Spider-Man 2, which I don't know, it might be for a year or 2 years later. Because even though Marvel Spider-Man's Miles did took like a couple years to get that clean fix and everything else. But since you people got the whole launch date on the PS5, yes, it did include also Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. I haven't played it yet because I haven't downloaded it yet. It's still saved on my stuff, but I have to get it, which requires me a new system, which I will probably get the next 2 years or so. Depends. But anywho, after the whole Avengers took out Monica's little plan, time traveling, everything else, Clint did put down the rundown for the Avengers team that shit will go down because Fury and Monica went to Alliance to stop the apocalypse. We don't know what apocalypse wise, because who knows that it might evolve. I don't know, MODOK coming back and just pulls the same shit again, or pretty much those big giant robots are quote are Sentinels. So those are gonna be something that I'm just like, wow, Sentinels. So since the first game of the whole started with the Avengers when MODOK kind of dug up something that looked like I guess a Sentinel, because apparently he found a Sentinel somehow found somewhere in this city or something, or he pretty much bought off someone that he also worked with secretly, who are from the MRD. Yes, the MRDs are the company that hate mutants, put them in prison, and just, yeah, send them to death or work them as slaves. But since the MRD are like some assholes, or just are like dictators and slavers, who just want to keep these mutants in check in prison and never use their powers, and apparently they just decide, like, you know what, let's try to take out the Inhumans or mutants by throwing out a Sentinel. So the Sentinels were there, so I guess shit's gonna go down since the Sentinels are there. So we don't know that Wolverine or any X-Men members might join in this game, because I will be so excited if they ever try to squeeze in every team member that the Avengers had. Because I know Scarlet Witch is on that list right there, because yes, she's a mutant and she's batshit crazy, she's weird, but she has high level, mega level of mutant powers, even though she can't control it instantly, but she's still in training. How? Doctor Strange is one of those people who could just train her and teach her how to control every reality or any illusions or any magical dimensions, which her powers are still part of magic. She may be a mutant, but she's also still with connection to the whole dimensions to magic. So we never know that Scarlet or Doctor Strange will be part of the whole thing, because who knows? We're still trying to have that list right here, that who else is going to join in the Avengers team. Since Kate Bishop is part of it, Hawkeye was there, but at the same time, we had to continue on that part, because Hawkeye was, I guess, had a side effect during the whole timeline travel thing, which I had a feeling Hank was right. So give you 5 more points for that, Hank. So you're right on the whole time travel thing will screw up everything or something. So Clinton's fine, he's not dying, he just needs to sleep and rest. But even though I had that feeling, he did have an hearing thing. So pretty much he's deaf or something. I don't know. That's all I heard. So we never know what happens to Clint if he fully recovers from everything else. So we'll see what happens. But so far, since Kate Bishop is taking over Clint's little department for a short temporary thing, or totally official to take over, while Clint is recovering from his little time rift cosmic glitch, because he does look like a freaking 3D glitching data atom. He's just a glitch, let's put it like that. He's glitching. So we never know who's going to be next part of the team, because what we're looking for, yes, long live the king, T'Challa, the Black Panther, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be the next person gonna be joining in, probably the first before Clint gets back on his feet, or probably after Clint gets back on his feet. Because after Hawkeye, Clint Barton or Black Panther are gonna be appearing, we did also know that half of the people who pre-ordered this game with the Earth Mightiest Edition, Collector Edition, which also include the early access to our favorite friendly neighborhood young Avenger / web slinger, Spider-Man. So yeah, Spider-Man's gonna be having his own powers and special abilities. We don't know how different it's gonna be comparing to the Marvel Spider-Man one and the Avengers one. Because I'm having a feeling we don't know what his suits are going to be for Marvel's Avengers version. Because we know Kate Bishop and Kamala and everyone else gets all these radical, unique clothing. Even I love Kate Bishop's clothing. It looks cool, looks badass, looks suiting for her. It still smells like there's a lot to it. Since Kate Bishop has all this cool Hawkeye stuff and everything, we'll never know what it looks like for Clint, T'Challa's, or Spider-Man. Because those are the other three that are going to come in soon this year of the... Well, not this year. Well, early this year in 2021. But who knows? But anyways, ooh, shit. There we go. Let's see. So, here's the thing here. We have Avengers Intervate. Then we have Taking Aim. I find it funny how Taking Aim takes like 90% of the whole completing. And then we got this one just takes straight up 86%. I find it funny there's 86 and there's 90% of her taking aim. But I love Kate Bishop, how her powers is like right there, say like, oh, I can teleport now and just do all this badass shit. So you guys are screwed. So aim is kind of screwed either way with the whole new gear that Kate took and put it as her own gear. Not only has she has a bow and arrow and quiver and everything else, she has a katana, literally a long sword katana or something, which is also tachyon tech / aim tech, but she made it herself and it was pretty badass. But also for the people who didn't know that, Kate Bishop was one of the people who did Easter egg herself from the first beginning of the game when Kamala Khan was wandering away or trying to escape from AIM's androids or adapt droids, wherever the hell it is. While she was running, there was one AIM agent who was teleporting and kicking ass to the adapt droids or AIM droids, whatever the hell you call them, bees. If you look at it carefully at the way how she teleports things in the combat, that's the same combat abilities and teleports of Kate Bishop. So that was pretty much Kate doing all the whole badass thing for the beginning of the game. So that was a little Easter egg for Kate, because we had a feeling she was going to come back to introduce herself or tell Kamala, say like, so I was the one who's trying to save you and kicking their asses, so that was me. But anyways, we're still having a little training here of all the Avengers, because I'm trying to get every single Avengers up to a level max 50, since now I've had the feeling I figure out how these work and the level skills they work. The more you level up and get all these gears and get rid of all this junk, you get the new ones. Because Kamala, I'm almost up to her 1 something, because some of the missions here are pretty much not available, because the problem is the problem is for this, and oh, what the hell is this? But the problem is for some missions, where is it? Let's see. I did some of the missions because Kamala was the only one who was high enough to do all these missions, even though she was a high level person to be say like, screw it, I'm just gonna be helping you guys because I'm the only one who is high enough to kick some ass and pretty much heal you guys at the same time. So you're welcome, guys. Words from Kamala. So I took out half of the people here, and also this is something I have not completed because some of the missions here are still in progress to do, because right now I'm taking work in progress here of the Great Kate Bishop. Still in progress. And these are kind of easy to take on to do complete, but this is only step 1. I don't know what step 2 is going to be. It's going to be hard. So, what I have to do is defeat enemies with quantum overdrive is active. Defeat enemies while quantum overdrive is active. Only 25 kills, so that's going to be easy for me. Depends how I do it. And also damage enemies with teleport attacks. That I'm trying to figure out as well, which I'm still working on. Also, enter shields factions XP by completing shields assignments, which is only like, what, 1,000 points, so that's not that hard to do. And I'm pretty much the challenges for everyone, it's just really gonna be different, it's really gonna be fun, and I love this because it kind of feels better that Natasha has like a new best friend to talk about girl violence stuff, which is kind of scary because I'm having a feeling Tony and Bruce are gonna be afraid, saying like, well, Natasha has a new best friend, and I'm terrified. Why? Let's see. She's violent. She's also violent. And she totally understands Natasha's little violent vibe, because knowing Natasha, the only ones who understands her will be Kate and Clint and Nick Fury, and sometimes Maria, because Maria, she's very terrifying, which she doesn't scare everyone else. Well, she does scare everyone else's, but she cannot scare Natasha, because Natasha, she was born and trained in the Red Room, so pretty much Natasha, she's always angry. And she's really good at combat when she's angry, as always. So, that scares me, which I find it terrifying. I feel like I pray for Bruce. I'm sorry, Bruce. I pray for you too, because you're not the only one. I fear for you. I really do. I fear for you, my dude. But anyways, I love Natasha's little suit that I like this version, because this is the, let's see, what costume is this one? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Probably something. So the Star Trek one I did kind of sort of like. It kind of had that symbol of, I don't know, the old, watching old version of Black Widow, how she is and everything else. But yeah, it's really interesting how she is. Anyways, let's see if this changed. It did change. So this is a live data, obvious. It's pretty obvious for everyone. Let's see. The one mission I have to do for everyone that I had to try to complete on, since some of these missions are still working on to be completing, and the one that I have not completed or tried to take out the crud out of it was, where is it? Oh, it's not even here. Wow. There was a one mission for requesting from not Natasha, Maria Hill, that she's telling us how you gotta take this thing down. How would I know? There's a mission that's right here. But then again, it's also completed. Tachyon breakdown, okay. So we could switch that to this. Because knowing Hawkeye's little thing, it's a little different. And oh my god, I still can't believe 90%. How many misses did I miss from this? Because I know I complete every single spot from everything that was right here. Unless it evolved with this. Because if that's blinking, that means I had a feeling there's something missing. I don't know. That's just my theory. Those are also blinking as well. Oh my god, they're also blinking. I don't know. It's really confusing and odd that I had that feeling it's blinking, so I had a feeling there's something missing. So it features, well yeah, blah blah and everything else. And let's see. Tracking. So apparently this whole I guess I don't know where the hell the Tachyon breed's at. So now it's disappeared somehow. But I don't know, it just really gives me the whole scary, confusing vibe because they oh, here we go. Help with the, oh, so I guess I'm on part 4, so this is gonna be really confusing. Oh, Seal Sub-Zero, okay. Separation 0, so I had to go over there now, so great. So the thing with this, I had to figure out how to well, you know, to figure out things how the mission works, because the only thing I have to do is to get to my level to that thing, so Wits requires to level up every single character that I will totally know best. Wits also includes the boys as well, because Captain America and everything else, I'm still working in progress. Thor and Hulk are going to be the big bruisers and the hitters, so I'm pretty much have to upgrade them as well. So it's going to take a lot to take in. Let's see. Now let's see what else I could do. Here we got Bishop just doing her own, practice and everything. Which I find it kind of scary how she's, well, not scary, more like she's just practicing, and I like her better in the hood and everything. So we have Kit, Bishop there. Actually, hold on for a second. Let me try to check my updates. So I'm gonna put this on the shorts.